Hello. Sorry. Sorting out my cabling. Thought I had it sussed, but I didn't. No, still not sussed. There we go. That's I think. Let's see. Phone, laptop. Give me a second, people. Thought I had this up already. Sorry. Oh heck, it's warm. Oh, come on, YouTube. It's giving me the old interface, not the new interface. So I've got my comments up on the laptop. It's just easier to do it this way. Give me a second. I actually thought I had this set up better, but clearly I wasn't as organised as I thought I was. Where are we? Here we go in here. Live control room, that sounds like fun. That's it. I am live, apparently. Right, where's my chat? There it is. Ant-Man Bricks, how are you? Sorry, I couldn't actually see who was actually in the chat, who was in the stream. So now I can. Let's see if I can get this a bit better. So you can have a useful thing there. Hey. Just trying to decide what set to build tonight. I was torn between this one and the small Marvel Sanctum Sanctorium playset, but thought this one was a bit more fun tonight. I did here. Look, what? See, it's like you're the only one in here. Hang on, I'll show you. This is what I was doing. So, hi, extreme close up. This is what I was doing. This is the wood I was buying here. So you can see this whole like raised area here. This is an old baby gate. So I got these cut properly at the shop. So they're actually all the right size because I don't have a very good saw at home. Big bits of wood, or this one big bit of wood cut properly. So sneak peek of what I'm doing for studs. This is called Studsburg, what I call my city. So this is all going to be brickwork up here. Like I don't know if you've ever seen Mr. Bookyboo, but like he has. So this will be tunnel entrance. I'm going to do a road off of here over the track and down. This is going to be my goods yard and train works. And then this track that's here is actually going to come round here, round this way and over here. So yeah, that was what I was doing. Where's my phone gone black? Hello. Oh, my phone's happy. Hi. Can you see me? What is going on there? That's so weird. Black actions tonight. No data. Last week I had the issue that I couldn't, like, I set the stream up on my laptop and then sort of tried to kickstart it on my phone, but that doesn't actually work because they're different systems, I've since discovered. So was a the things you learn in situ. Right, I don't know if anyone else is actually going to be around, given that it's Christmas, New Year's. Might be a quiet night. I just wanted to do a stream. Got my coffee so I don't go to sleep. I did it because otherwise, like, I ended up with such a small area down here to actually build anything. So by doing that, I've got like an entire 5x3 area to work with. I mean, in theory, I could have brought it all the way over here, but I wanted to build like a nice, I wanted to do a nice station. So I can now, I've got the space to do a nice station. With this track going across here, it means I've got all this space here. And then on that side, I'm actually going to do, I've had in my mind, and I've started buying sets and bricks and things to do it, but I want to do like a Ninjago mountain. So it'll have like the temple of Air Jitsu at the top. And at the moment, just you and me. Hopefully some others will turn up. They usually do around this time. So it's going to be like the temple of Air Jitsu, and then sort of down through, you know, a little village and some other temples and things, and then water feature all the way down, and then in the harbour I'm going to have the Ninjago City and Ninjago City Dock set. So that's my, I've always wanted to do that. I've got a I've got the Ferris wheel as well. I've got to put somewhere. I don't know where that's going to go at the moment. That might be in that corner again on another deck. So the challenges of trying to build. The trouble is I love trains, so I've tried to get lots of train track in, and trains, as we know, take up a lot of space. If I could get in my head that I don't need as much train as I have, I'd do much better. Still only one person. It's so strange. Usually more people around at this time. Usually have like at least 7 or 8, and it's sort of people jumping in and out all the time. Anyway, I'm going to open this because I want to build it. So, let's have a look. Have you got this set, Ant-Man? I confess this is another one I picked up in a sale at Myers. It was 25% off, so pretty happy with it for that price, because it will go well with my Ghostbusters HQ. Well, do you have enough trains, or you don't have space for as many trains as you would like? Because those are different things. You can never have enough trains in my book. Actually, that's one good thing about having this space under here now, is I can put some track in here. Oh, there we go. Here's another train enthusiast. Oliver, what do you reckon about having about trains? We were just saying how much space we'd have in our cities if we didn't have as much, desire to have trains in them. But then I was like, but really, you can't have enough trains. But that's like, I'm going to do the engine yard. Bricks, I'm not going to do it again, but I'm going to do a Studsburg update very soon, because I got some, you can see in the background here, I've actually done like a raised level now, so the train tracks are down here and the city's raised up above it. So, what am I doing? I'll do a proper update on that soon. You don't want to see my cup of coffee. Ferrari, hello. Did you guys get a notification I was doing a stream, or was it just sort of potluck? Because I really don't have a lot of faith in YouTube's notifications lately. Today is just like, really sucks. Like I saw, who was it? A Brick Breaker. I watch a lot of his streams, but the other day I didn't get notified that he was doing one until about an hour after he'd finished doing it, which was like, you know, what's the point of that? Right, hang on, let me just sort my bits out. That's interesting. You get 3 minifigures in the first bag. Okay, let's get cracking on that. Can we sub to sub? I think I'm already subbed to you, GJBricks. I'm fairly certain I saw an alert from you today. I have been out and about a lot today and doing some much needed house stuff. Yeah, I'm subscribed to you, dude. You can silence your phone, you know. I know what you mean though. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know if anyone's seen this set, but you get, when you open it up, they've done a really nice job on this. Being a movie franchise, they put all the characters on the inside. I really like stuff like that. What's that one now? I always, whenever I join a stream, I do actually. Oh look, that's pretty cool as well. There you go. Another. This is really good. Oh, this is worth it just for the instruction manual. Generally, GJBricks, I generally say, I don't generally ask people to sub me, but I will go and sort of, when I do live streams or I'm in a live stream, I'll go and check out everybody's page that's in the stream. And if I like their content and they've been active in the stream and things like that, I will generally subscribe to them. And then go and watch a few videos and make a comment and try and like stay watching their videos. The trouble is you get so many streams, but that's generally how I sort of like to sub people, is to, if I think people participate well in streams or are active on other channels, I think that's really interesting, and that's sort of a good thing about the Lego community to me. That's sort of how I operate, but that might just be me. I'm not trying to sound like a jerk or anything like that. I've got one guy, this is $100 set. Someone today, so in Australia, this is $100. Today, somebody posted. It's been discontinued now for a few months, and someone posted that they got it for $50 today, so half price. I got this for $75, which I was pretty happy with. But yeah, they got it for $50, so half price is a bargain, really. It's not as good as some of my other deals, but it was a good deal. If anyone didn't see, I got the Ghostbusters HQ for, that is a $550 set here in Australia, and I got it for $200. There we go. There's the first one. Oh, the camera's on that side. The trouble is I'm using the wrong side of the camera for this. Time in Sydney now is, oh, let's just check, 20 past 12. At night, obviously. Or 20 past 12 in the morning, depending on how you want to look at it. You bought 3 different Star Wars battle packs. Oh, nice. I have not gone too far down the Star Wars path, because I don't want it to just be like the only thing I ever look at. But you know, you see some of the, it amazes me how much content some people make around Star Wars. I don't want to be just a Star Wars person. I get a lot more pleasure, and I'm a sci-fi person, but I get a lot more pleasure. Oh yeah, 3 hours difference, isn't it? I get a lot more pleasure out of the creativity of trying to build something like, you know, the city behind me, and using my imagination in that way, and then trying to sort of weave in bits of Star Wars and the Marvel universe and things like that, than I do about just being focused on Star Wars or Marvel or whatever, you know what I mean? Which is why this city, I'm going to have a bit of Ninjago in it. I've actually been collecting these micro fighters, so I'm not sure if how I'm going to do this yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to use a couple of them, sort of like this, and actually make a little theme park ride. So they're like, you know, just a round and round carousel type thing. But that's my Star Wars shelf. I do have lots of Star Wars, but you know, I would buy a lot more, and there are definitely some sets I would definitely consider buying in the future. I'm a big fan of Boba Fett, so I'm quite tempted by the new Slave One, I have to say. I've got an older play version of his ship, but undecided on that one. What does everyone think about the... yeah, it would be pretty cool. Does anyone... How many people here don't watch the M&R Productions channel? Ryan. It's easy to just say who doesn't watch it than who does watch it. But who have we got here? Kevin. But he, let's have the non-possessed version of Kevin. Where's his wig? It's in here somewhere. What was I going to say? Yeah, it staggers me, A, the amount of Lego he buys, but B, the amount, how he manages to be so focused on Star Wars. Like, I honestly didn't know how much Star Wars stuff there actually was until I started watching his channel. But he did do the... It is silent, haha. There you go. If anyone's interested, minifigures is... Oh. First one. And second one now. Kevin is one that gives you 2 faces, so you can have the possessed version. Ah. Bit of fun. Does she get 2? Oh, yeah, she does. Yeah, it's a lot less exciting. Yeah, he is. Did you watch his Apocalypse Burg review? I absolutely love that set. I don't think I've yet to see anybody say they don't love it. So we'll definitely be figuring out how to sell a kidney to buy that one, because I've bought enough Lego as it is at the moment. Hey, Ant-Man, I don't know if you're interested in the Ninjago City Dock set or not, but Target over here has it for $200 at the moment. And if you go onto their eBay store, you can get another 5% off that. So I ordered it the other day for $190, which I am stoked about. Right, how does this work? Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I'm just concentrating on how this works. How did you forget you were in Germany, dude? Have you not had a coffee yet this morning? Are you? Oliver, are you on your... You said you were going to Hanover. Are you there at the moment? Or are you still at home? Or is that... Have I got my days wrong? And Ant-Man, are you now feverishly looking at eBay at that Ninjago dock set? Yeah, it's an awesome deal. So if you're going to get it, quick, because I think that sale ends very soon. But yeah, that was on my list to get, because I've got Ninjago City to build, and I really like that set. So I wanted to make sure I got that one. Man, all right. I like the way they've actually got the boring bit out of the way, which is making the making the accelerators, the ghost busting packs, which is good. I recently built the Ferris wheel, which was amazing. You owe me a beer, Ant-Man, if you're ever in Sydney. Yeah, I was pretty stoked when I saw that one, because I missed out on I missed out on a couple of really good deals previously. So one thing to remember, Ant-Man, is that not David Jones, Maya and Target both have eBay stores, and quite often you'll find that you can combine their sale prices with an eBay discount of some sort, which brings prices down massively. Which is like, I got this, not that one. What did I get? Oh, I've got Sweet Surprise up there. You can see it. Sweet Surprise here, which was, that's a $60 set, I think, and it was I apologise if there's any minors in this stream. Not encouraging drinking, sorry. I actually don't drink that much anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. They had that set for something like 25% off, and then eBay had another voucher they'd sent me to get another 20% off that. So it ended up costing me about, what was it, $34 I think in the end, which is a great price. I was well happy with that. So can't complain about deals like that. So I'm just going to focus on this for 2 seconds just to get it out of the way. How hot is it in Perth at the moment, Ant-Man? It's like 34 degrees here today, and it's so ridiculously humid. I've been instructed by my my eldest daughter that my next big set I have to build is Ghostbusters HQ. So who am I to argue with her? Alrighty. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this. I like the, I do like the Ghostbusters, the original Ecto-1 set that they did, but when I was reading through all the, like the information and reviews on it, this is actually a better car. The only thing it doesn't have, because it's like they've made it with the, oh, so we got your hot weather, so tomorrow it'll be cooler here and hot for you. It's actually really nice outside now. It just, for some reason, Australian houses don't cool down, do they? So annoying. It was in the, oh, I suppose it would be, yeah, it's winter, isn't it? Look on the bright side, no smog. We actually had a pollution warning here the other day because it was so hot and there was no wind at all, which is always like my favourite kind of weather. I cycle to work every day I can. It's been quite brutal this week. I'm an Englishman, so an English rose, as they say. I'm actually a redhead and very pale skinned, so living in one of the hottest countries in the world is, you know, an interesting life choice. You would have thought having your browser in full screen it wouldn't go to sleep, but it did. How silly is that? How many people got in here? We've got 5 people in here, and you're all really engaged, which I love. Everybody, Ninjago Bricks. There you go, gave you a shout out. Hey, that's what you asked for. I'll check out your videos because I do a fortnightly top 5 where I try and include people. You know, I try and include videos that have interested me over a period, or you know, I try to. Sometimes it's just videos I just really liked, but other times I actually do generally try to pick a theme so that it's all about that theme, and I find that makes it a bit more interesting, and I've noticed the engagement's a bit better when I go by a theme. So I'll try and make sure I do a theme that is relevant to you, because I'm guessing you're a big Ninjago fan, obviously. But I got quite a few people who sub me and who I follow back who are big Ninjago fans. It's funny because in Sweden people sell Lego without looking up the price. So I got the deluxe cargo train for 30 euros. What? What? That's nuts. Hey Obricks, if you ever see a what am I thinking of? An Emerald Knight set, like for ridiculously cheap, can you buy it for me and I'll pay you back? Because in Australia they're insanely expensive. As I'm sure Ant-Man can relate to, it's buying the some Lego sets are just ridiculously expensive here. There we go. Yeah, can you guys see that? I'm using my own improvised. Do I have the downtown diner? No, I don't yet, but I will do one day. Because it's a very nice looking set. There we go. 4 accelerator backpacks. No, it's a really nice set. I do want to get it. I got the brick bank the other day from David Jones. So I got the brick bank and the Ferris wheel for 25% off the other day. Obviously both discontinued sets. I wasn't going to get the Ferris wheel, but Mark over at the Lego Room persuaded me I should. And to be perfectly honest, I'm really glad he did, because it's a fantastic set. I really, really enjoyed building it. You can see I did a video of it last night. Well, I put a video live last night of the build of it. You found I miss all that. Yeah, there are some ridiculously good deals, but you really do have to be lucky with the timing, don't you? Yeah, I definitely want to get something like that. I did see someone had done a modified version of the you got the Emerald Knight for Christmas. Oh, you lucky fella. That's definitely on my hit list. I'm convinced Lego must be bringing out some more trains like that. I can't, like, they were so popular that, and yeah, I got a feeling Lego's going to put a bit more effort into the Lego train thing, because there's just such a market for it. They'd be crazy not to. They really would. Right, let's put this on here. So, concentrating again for 2 seconds. I feel like I should have like the Ghostbusters music playing or something in the background. Right, that's enough of that. It's optimistic. So they've got the figure just standing up like that, just normally, perfectly straight. There's absolutely no way a figure with that much weight on the back is ever going to stand up. Ever. Oh, you got the downtown diner for Christmas. Right, that makes more sense. Is the Ninjago, do I get it from Target site? Or you get it from the Target AU site on eBay. So go to eBay and search for Target AU. I think it's all one word. And then, hang on, I'll tell you what. Let me just go and find it. eBay. Why is it not coming up? Facebook. It's really strange. is it? Sorry peeps, give me a second. I'll find this link for Ant-Man. Where are you? Good Lord. Why can you... Someone made a very valid point. You don't really have to worry about privacy on Facebook, because by the time anyone decides to look for it, so like something you've done, it's like nearly impossible to find it. Here we go. Copy. Let's get rid of that bit. Copy. Here we go, Ant-Man. This is the one you want. Paste. There you go, Ant-Man. That's the eBay link. So that's the one I used to buy mine. Has anyone seen this piece here? I find really interesting. There's no way I can show you it on the camera very well, but that piece there is used a lot with the Spider-Man and things like that. And yeah, so check underneath it, it says use the code %5, all uppercase, and you'll get another 5% off. Just, you know, a little tip there. Yeah, %5, and you'll get another 5% off that price. And if you're subscribed to eBay's newsletter, just double check you haven't had a 10% off voucher, because some people got a 10% off. Lucky people. Clearly I don't spend enough money on eBay. You're right. I wonder if that works. Hang on. Can we balance it out? There we go. Oh, no, almost. There, doesn't that look convenient? Little Mac Bricks, how are you? I was just saying that because yeah, I was looking through like the original set, and you get the nostalgia with the original one, but the doors and things don't open. Like this one's a much more of a play set than the original one, which I think is why a lot of people don't like this one, but I actually like it for that reason. I've seen the original one a few times on Facebook Marketplace, and I have been tempted to get it, but I'm not really that bothered. I have just realised that there's a sticker sheet somewhere. There's a sticker. Oh, there it is. Oh no. Nick, I haven't replied to your comment earlier on yet. I've read it and I was going to, but I haven't yet. So I'm not ignoring you. It was a lovely comment. I just haven't replied yet. Don't know where today's gone. Actually no, part of it was spent at Bunnings getting wood cut. There we go. The first sticker. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Oh, nice. I should probably go to bed soon, but I've still got 3 bags to build of this. That's why I'm drinking coffee at 12:30 at night. That's a really cool bike as well. I like the bike. Hang on, let me just finish putting the bike together and I'll show you. That's a really... I need to do a review of this set now. Now I've built it. It's really good. Nick, by the way, I'll be... anybody here who hasn't checked out Little Mac Bricks channel, go and check it out. He's got an awesome city. Oh, by the way, yeah. I'm impressed you're getting a bigger room, by the way, because like your room's already twice the size of mine, so you're getting one twice the size of that. It's ridiculous. I've got space envy, but then again I don't have enough sets to fill it, so not a problem yet. What have we got here? That one goes there, that one goes there. But yeah, go and check him out. He's got a great channel. Percent. No, let me just write it. Hang on. PERCENT5. There we go. That one. Sorry, I'm just helping Ant-Man save money on the Ninjago City docks. Nick, by the way, I got the Ant-Man's just ordering the Ninjago City docks, and so I just told him that Target Australia over here has it for $200 at the moment, and they're there's another 5% off that through eBay, so can't complain. Right, that is possibly the best Lego motorbike I've ever seen. I think that's fantastic. This set's worth it just for the motorbike. Alright, maybe that's a bit of a an oversell. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Oh, hang on, which one's 9 volt? 9 volt's the one in the tracks, isn't it? I don't know. I was looking at that the other day, and like the advantage obviously is you get those really cool old trains, but at the same time, like having owned Hornsby, excellent, happy man, save someone 46%. I went in David Jones yesterday, by the way. Sorry, tangent. I went in David Jones yesterday. They have got their Christmas buying so amazingly wrong. I went into the David Jones in central Sydney, and they literally have stacks. Like, they must have about 40 or 50 Ninjago docks, 20 or 30 of the Mack Anthem Technic trucks. Just like ridiculous amounts of stock they've bought and not been able to sell over Christmas. So my guess is David Jones is going to be having some good stock clearance sales very, very soon, which is dangerous because it's more money I have to spend or not spend. Alright, Oliver, see you in a bit, buddy. Bag 2. Doesn't fit in that box. Right, what were we talking about? Where were we? Yeah, so 9 volt. That's an interesting question. As an ex-Hornsby owner, or an person who used to make Hornsby trains, I don't know. I actually really like the simplicity of the Bluetooth system, the freedom, and it's like you just don't have to worry about anything. But at the same time, you do have the issue that it does eat a lot of batteries. What would be really cool is to have like a 9 volt system with like you know, you put the train on the track and then you connect the train to your phone, so it's powered from the track but controlled by your phone. You know, if that doesn't exist, we should make it, because that would be actually really good. Sorry, just separating out my parts. You know, I never used to do this. I used to just put everything out and then just go hell for leather, but I've actually started doing this recently, and I find I build a lot quicker this way. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, Nick's on a roll with his subs today. I did have a look in Myers as well, and they've got a stack of Voltron as well. Ah. I love that set, I really do. I'll buy it when it's half price. Is that optimistic? Will it ever get to half price? He has a 400, good lord. Hang on. I'll show you. I went to Bunnings today, which is like a hardware store here, and I got I got some wood, so I've now done like my raised area properly. So I've got like the legs are in properly and that. So that's actually going to be like Studsburg. So I'll do a proper update on that soon. But that's where it's at the moment. So I've been wanting. I wanted to do something like that in my old city, and by doing that, it gives me a ton of extra space. All right, dude. Thank you for saying hello and getting a load of subs, and I'll email you soon. I'm going to get your minifigure in the post this week, by the way. He's here ready and waiting for you. There he is. I'm actually doing pretty well today. I've got Big Pond cable though, which is like basically the most reliable internet you can get in Australia, except for if you're a business. Actually, I really want to watch. Oh, there's a rumour of another Ghostbusters movie, isn't there? Dan Aykroyd's involved in writing a script for it, which would be pretty cool. So it'd be interesting to see like the impact of the 2016 movie this one's from. Where are we up to? Oh. I wonder if anyone else is going to be around today. Expecting to see people coming in and out. How many people we got in here now? 5, 6. Quiet night. I've had quite a good run of subs actually the last couple of weeks. Up to 539 now, I think. It's not bad. Right. So, is anyone here going to get the Apocalypse Berg set when it comes out? I was watching Ryan's review of it the other day, and my wife was walking past and I said, oh, have a look at this, and she just took one look at it and went, oh my god, that is amazing, you have to get it. I'm like, so who am I to argue with my wife? If you want a happy life, don't argue with your wife. I don't actually know where I'm going to put the Ghostbusters HQ actually. That's a very good question. It's probably going to have to go down here on this lower bit. Oh well. We shall see. Where are we? So I'm guessing that's going to be the back of the car. Probably shouldn't have all these pots right in front of me. Can't see what I'm doing, can you? Actually, I just realised I forgot to do something really, really important in this book, and that is put the minifigure together. You just get, does that happen to anyone else where you're just like so engrossed in the build? I saw GJBricks, I said I saw it come up earlier on when I was actually out at the time, so I haven't seen it yet. I saw you've got it, I haven't seen it yet, if that makes sense. So I'll check it out before I go to bed. I've got you and about 5 other videos to watch. It's the trouble when you subscribe a lot of pages, you end up with so much to watch. But it's all so good. Oh, what's that? That's an interesting piece. What's that? Ooh. Sorry, never seen that piece before. Actually, gonna have to watch this movie again now. I'm quite keen to watch it again, having now making this set. Where are we? What am I looking for? That. Some really interesting pieces as well, actually. my local Kmart had some pieces, some sets of the Unikitty stuff on clearance, so I got my two older daughters a set each to make this afternoon, which was one's 3, one's 4, so they were well happy. Yeah, look, she's pretty well kitted out there. I like that. That was the piece. I haven't seen that grey piece she's got in her before. It's pretty cool. Again, lean forward. Actually, I'm sure that happened in the movie. Who have we got? Hey, Lady Brickscatter, how are you? You're waiting for the bus. Well, thank you very much for joining in. I confess I quite often do the same thing on my way to work if I see a stream come on that I'm interested in. The funny thing with time zones, that's quite often like I miss so many of the US channels is live streams because I'm either at work or traveling or in transit. What am I looking for? Oh, coming together. Where's my glass of water? That's the Ghostbusters set. You mean that one I just showed you? I don't know what the piece is from originally, but that's a Ghostbuster. Actually, I picked this one up today for $6 as well. Thought that had some quite nice parts in it. Always keen to have more minifigures. Might have to bring a fan in a minute. It's getting very, very hot. What is that? Was that off of that? I've still got stuff in. I've still got stuff in boxes from when we moved house 3 months ago. So I'm trying to sort of get the tables sorted out. I mean, the nice thing about this room is I've actually got like a nice big layout for the Lego, and I've still got space to like use the cupboards and things like that in this room without having to move stuff out of the way. I'm sure I can fix that though by putting more tables in. Hey BrickTubers, how are you? Sorry, didn't see you come in. So I'm guessing for most people, with the exception of Ant-Man, it is morning where you are, or getting on to lunchtime in some cases. What are we doing? Can you get a copyright infringement for singing things badly? I hope not. I'd be in all kinds of trouble. Well, that's what I'm gonna put my docks in the harbour area. That's my plan. That's always been my plan. So yeah, I think they should really. The only thing I've been considering with it is whether or not I'm actually going to connect it to the Ninjago City or not, because I was looking at it and just thought it would actually be quite nice to have it as this like own separate thing. And then I saw Mr. Bookie Boo had done the same sort of thing as I was thinking. So if you have a look at his channel, he's got a few updates where he's shown what he's done with his Ninjago like harbour area type thing. So go and check it out. I recommend it because it's sort of. I'm going to put mine in the harbour area, is what I'm going to say, because as I said, I want to do that like Ninjago mountain type thing and have sort of water come down to behind the Ninjago city and docks. So it actually is like a proper water feature, and then that end of my table is going to be like an actual proper harbour, because I've got my train yard next to that as well. Which are the main ones I watch? Oh wow. The ones I watch the most consistently would be Bevan's Bricks. Who else? I watch Brick Bakery a lot. I think Jacob's one of those people. He's a real character. Small Brick City. I'm quite good friends with JC, so I watch his channel a lot. We share a lot of ideas. I'm actually supposed to be filming a video for him tomorrow, because for his channel. Who else do I watch a lot? Oh, Dr. McBrick. He's a great channel. I really love him. Doing a sig fig swap with him. Little Mac Bricks, like I said, when Nick was on just now, I recommend his channel heavily. He's such a lovely guy, and he's got such a good city. Who else do I regularly watch? And then, yeah, like the more sort of interest-based ones. I'm a big fan of Brickzar. I find him very, very watchable, and like his passion for. So I keep looking at the computer screen because that's where the chat is, but my camera's there. Sorry. And I'm not streaming off my computer because the camera on my phone's better than the one on my computer. I find him just so personable to watch. I do watch Brickitech sometimes, but I find, as much as I love his enthusiasm and stuff, I do find his stuff gets a little bit samey sometimes. So that's why, yeah, I don't watch him as much as I did. Who else do I watch? God, it's a really tough question. I watch so many channels. The Lego Room is one. I'm good friends with Mark, who runs that. He's like one of me and him have become really sort of good mates, if you will. Even though he lives in the UK and I don't anymore. Who else do I watch a lot? I try and like I try and, those are like my absolute favourites, because they're very all people who are very similar to myself, and I tend to share a lot of ideas with them and talk to them sort of independently. We've got a really good sort of click in. There's a group of channels like that. We all sort of share ideas and talk to each other. Kaz as well from Blockhead UK. She does a lot of her micro builds, but she also does have a city as well, and she also goes to a lot of the brick events in the UK. So you'll quite often, and participates actively in them too, which is really cool. Yeah, so again, I recommend her. So Blockhead UK. Ninjago Bricks is telling me I should probably say him. Dude, stop asking for shoutouts. I love how active you are there. It's good. Yeah, Bevan's a lovely guy. It's funny because I originally started my Lego channel because I am a bit introvert. You may not believe that. I actually am a bit introvert when I think about it, but if I don't think about it, I'm actually really good. And I found like YouTube has actually given me a lot of confidence in how I present and how I talk about things. And I've never been bad at presenting, but in doing this, it's really sort of helped me see myself differently, which is why I do it. Which has been really good for me as a person in confidence. As I run I'm one of the directors of a small startup, and obviously part of that involves talking to investors and people and things like that. So it's really good for me to sort of have these avenues to be more confident about talking about things. I started doing videos for that, for work as well, sort of. So this was sort of practice for that. I wish my laptop would stop going to sleep. But yeah, Bevin's Daryl, sorry. I was calling him Bevin. His name's Daryl, but his surname's Bevin. So it's GJBricks, but his name's actually Daryl. It's like my name's actually Brian, but I changed it to Bricks. So GJBricks is actually meant to be my initial. Daryl's actually on the, how many is he on now? He's past the he's over 2,000 subs now, I think. But he's been very active in his posting lately as well, which has been really good for his channel. So he does some really cool mocks. I mean, I love his dedication and time to do things is amazing. I wish I could dedicate as much time as he does to it. But running a startup, I get home from work quite often, and to be perfectly honest, I'm just exhausted, or I have to carry on working. So can't wait till we actually grow a bit and I can sort of step back a little bit. That'll be nice. What have I got? Almost missed 2 pieces. So I'm just sort of talking and building. I'm not really showing you what I'm building at all, am I? Sorry. Let me do this bit and then I'll show you where I'm up to. So we've got the car there, and this is going to be the front of the car. So that's obviously the back. There's the interior, and then this is the front. You need to watch some Lego videos. Alright, bye GJBricks. Thanks for popping by. Everybody subbed GJBricks. I'll have to watch some videos after this. I actually would like to do some more building, but it's probably a bit late for that. I actually sat down before I did this stream to do some tidying up on Studsburg and get it a bit more in shape, because it's been pretty mucky. There we go. That goes there. It's starting to look like a car front. It's actually nice to build a car that isn't like the usual Lego car, if that makes sense. Does anyone here collect the Speed Champion sets? I started buying them earlier this year because they were cheap and easy for me to sort of build and review, but I actually really loved making them to the point where I sort of looked at buying a couple of the older ones as well that aren't around anymore. So, and the new ones that are coming out are just great, but the Lego designers have done a really nice job on designing those sets. They're really good fun to build, and they look great a lot of the time. There's a couple of duds, but I think actually my favourite one of those was probably, let's have a look. That one's cool. That Porsche is cool. But the best one, I think, would have to go to the Fiesta. I think that's it's a great looking car, and it's a lot different to the other cars. And the other standout by far set, because I am a massive fan of this car, is actually that Porsche, the 911. So that was a really good set and a really good value set, because you got both Porsches in it. So you pick that one up in the sale, it's really worth it. You get 2 versions of the 911, a racing version and a normal version. And the normal version looks awesome, and the racing version is really good as well. That's the racing version. That's the normal one. So the normal one is really quite like one of the standout builds in the Speed Champions lineup in my books. I think it looks great. The Mustang was also a lot good. It was good actually. Victorious Builds, how are you? Good morning. I'm guessing you morning. You morning or lunchtime or evening? Are you going to get any of the new ones that are coming out? I'm definitely 100% going to get the mini one, because the mini one looks amazing. I was reading the review, or a couple of the reviews that were around of that set. That's a big car. I didn't realise how long it was. It's gonna like, it's the size of my city bus. It's actually the size of the bus. Is that right? I love that bus set, by the way. Oh, Ant-Man, you'll appreciate this one. Look, it's the bus with the doors on the correct side. So, anyone who doesn't know, the bus usually comes with the doors on this side, being that it's usually a left-hand drive bus. But here in Australia, we drive on we have right-hand drive cars. So I had to fix it on principle. I think Lego should have included both options or done a localized version. Just my personal opinion, which is usually right. Yeah. That was why, who was it? I think it was GJBricks actually, did a, when he did his review of the Ghostbusters HQ, he actually went to the effort of making the car fit into the base of the Ghostbusters HQ. And to do it, he basically had to remove everything from the ground floor to make it fit. So I think there's actually scope to do a small version of this car that would fit in the Ghostbusters HQ, if anybody wants to attempt it. What am I going to do? It doesn't look right. Oh no, there we go. Yes, that's right. Whew. Thought I was short 2 pieces for a second there. I wasn't, thank goodness. Man, there's a guy in one of the groups I'm on Facebook who, like, at least once a month puts a post up going, my missing part, Jinx, strikes again. Poor guy. He gets so many sets with a piece missing or a few pieces missing. Do I build mocks? I don't build like proper mocks like the way I'd like to. If you look on my channel, I mean the closest I've come, I've got to do a new video actually of, I bought 2 of the Marvel superhero bridges and combined them together. And that, you know, it's not strictly a mock, but I did have to change it quite heavily to make it work. So it's sort of a remock or whatever you call it. I am going to remock the service station. I really like the petrols, the service stations. Like one of my, I've always had a soft spot for Lego petrol stations. I don't know why, it goes back to my childhood. I've always liked them. I had one of the, like back in the day, they did a single, they did like these small sets that was literally like an 8x2 base with 2 petrol pumps on it and an attendant. That was it. Like that was like, you know, the kind of Lego we could buy when I was a kid. That was a great set. I got great value out of that one. So I'm actually going to remock that one into being actually a corner set. And I want to put a garage in it. Now I know Lego's just released the modular that is a car garage. I promise you, I had this idea long before that was announced. You can actually find it in my videos, so there is actually proof that I'm not lying. But that was, I want to do that. I've actually got a whole spreadsheet of mocks I want to build. It's like insanely long. There are some fantastic creative people in the Lego community. I love it. I mean, my biggest issue I have currently is I don't have enough parts to do everything I want, so I have to really plan it and order the parts. So my parts bin is starting to fill out and fill up. So I actually like that you're starting to see a lot more of the sort of creator, if anyone's interested, the interior is starting to take shape there. I'm just building and talking. What was I going to say? I do like that you're starting to see a lot of the like more advanced techniques and like the creator stuff actually creeping into the city line. I was actually quite disappointed with the newest Lego city sets in respect to when the hospital came out, which I've got. I thought it was an absolutely great set. I love that it was, you know, it was practically a modular set. So then when the new stuff came out, like the police state, that police station's awful. I hate it, the air police thing. But the fire station, I had really high hopes that that was going to be something really quite cool. And unfortunately, I was disappointed. It wasn't anywhere near as good as the hospital. So I thought the hospital was like a really sort of good, brave new direction. But alas, don't know if anyone else thinks that, but that's what I think. Hi Bricks, yay! I don't know, I'm guessing from the silence there, either nobody cares about what I just said, or nobody agrees with me, or they hadn't thought about it. Or all of the above, which is possible. That's kind of cool. It's a pretty cool, pretty nice way they've done the headlights there, where they're like these clear corner pieces with the orange underneath, so it actually sort of gives it a hint of the orange coming through. Oh no, my browser crashed. There we go, back in. Oh, it's so warm tonight. Turns out my computer had crashed, which is why I wasn't seeing any updates from anybody. What have we got? I hear what you say. I wasn't a big fan, Ferrari. I wasn't, I'm not a big fan of most of the sets in the current lineup. I do think the mini set looks fantastic. So I probably will get the mini set, but I'm not so bothered about the other ones. I think they could have been a bit better. Like the Camaro, I'm a big fan of the Camaro, and I didn't think it looked that good the way they'd done it. So, yeah, I probably won't bother with many of them. I'll definitely get the Mini, because that looks great. And if you haven't seen it, I think there was the Brick Brothers did a review of it the other day, and yeah, they loved it. They said it was really good. So, hey, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. Right, let's pull out these parts. I do like that that is a printed piece. That's good. That's a good choice. I actually 100% understand why Lego doesn't print all their pieces, but I do miss the days when everything was printed. Quality was so much better than stickers. Oh, I've got my my docs being sent to my work address, so I usually get all my stuff sent to work. That way my wife doesn't know what Lego I've bought. Trust me, it's easier that way. Obviously don't tell her I said that. Oh no! Kidding. So, in conclusion, I haven't even finished this set yet, and I really, really like it. There we go. There's another Ghostbuster for you. Do, 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 do. The only thing is the minifigures don't stand up. Where are we up to? My kids went to bed really late tonight, so I'm hoping they sleep in tomorrow. Translation, so I can have a sleep in too. The great thing about having kids is you never have to worry about lying in ever again, because you never get to, ever. What do you do, Ant-Man? What's your job? I'm curious. I have not been to China yet. I probably will have to go there soon for work, but I've never been there. It's definitely on my list of places I would love to go to. I know there's so many people do it. But then you see others. Oh, actually, I'll tell you, Ant-Man, 2 other channels I do watch quite regularly are Down Under Bricks. Dub's really quite entertaining to watch, although he does do an excessive number of haul videos at the moment. He always say like, I'm not going to buy any more sets, I'm not going to buy any more sets, and then his next video is another haul video. So, but he's really good. He's an old school, he's been on YouTube for a long time. He's another one where his wife, they built an extension on their house, and they were going to use it for something and then didn't. So his wife said, why don't you use it for your hobbies? How cool is that? And so do you, does your business run like factories and things over there, or are you like a consulting kind of role? That's what I'm looking for. Windscreen wipers, otherwise known as joysticks. Oh. Hang on. Oh, that's really confusing. That looks like, it's one of those bits. That looks like there's a black stud underneath this piece, but there's not. It's just the shadow from them printing it. I'm not going to lie, that piece is a bit dud. It's like, given how good so much of this set's been, that's actually the worst thing I've seen on it so far. But I do like that the car has windscreen wipers. That's pretty cool. I hadn't noticed that on the box. Now I look at the box, I can see it. That's really cool. Look, windscreen wipers. Sorry, I said Down Under Brick. I watch GJBricks, although he hasn't been posting very much lately. But he's really good if you're into trains. Yeah, he used to post a load, and then he's just like not been at all lately. So he keeps sort of saying he was having a bit of a break from his YouTube channel, and he was coming back, but he hasn't really sort of come back fully yet. So sorry, sticker time. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Nailed it. That's quite an involved sticker. There's a lot going on there. Right, so in conclusion, I'm sold on this set already and I haven't finished building it. That's always a good sign in my books. So Bricks, do you build with your dad? Like, is he like your videos of all your trains, do you set that all up with him as well, or is that predominantly just you? I'm thinking of new channels as I'm talking, so every time I think of a new one, I'll tell you it. Actually, one thing I was really excited about, if you watch my, which one was it? I do a weekly, or I was doing it weekly. Now, yes, I do watch Alex Nunes. I do indeed watch him. Yeah, I've forgotten about him. I discovered recently, oh excuse me, dear, must be getting late. I discovered recently, there's a whole like area of YouTube with Lego theme park, like Lego theme park rides. Like, I don't know why, they've never shown up to me in searches till I was looking for something else. And then I started finding them. And there's loads of them. There's some people make these absolutely like incredible, like, I don't know if you remember the what was it called, the mixer ride that Lego had, that was like a truck and it all folded out and everything came out, and it was pretty cool. There's like people who've done stuff way more involved than that. Like, it's like 2 trucks turn up, one's got the ride on it, the second one's got like the other half of the ride. Someone I watched the other day had actually in that video, in my 5 and I can't remember which 5 and a bit it was now. I'll find it. But he basically put, like, imagine the pirate roller coaster on a lorry. That's what he'd managed to do. It was really cool. Alex Nunes' layout's insane. He's been doing that for ages. I will say this, I am subscribed to GJBricks and I used to watch a lot of his videos, but I actually have gone off his stuff a bit recently, and I don't think I'm the only person. I do like, his reviews are exceptionally good, but I don't know, I've just gotten a bit bored of his channel. I think I actually get fed up with the comments people make on his channel more than anything. It's insane. And you can't interact with the guy because he's got 1 million subscribers. So, you know, like every video he puts up has like sort of 400 or 500 comments. It's unmanageable. And he says he goes through and moderates them all himself, but I doubt that very much. I can't see how he possibly could. I'm hoping my browser hasn't crashed again. If people are still chatting, it's not showing up on my computer. But yeah, Alex Nunes' layout is pretty spectacular. He's got so much stuff, and I love the fact he's got like some old stuff as well in there. And he's been doing some of these things. But someone did point out the other day that his city doesn't have a lot of detailing. as in there's not much, you know, there's not many benches around, there's not many trees around, things like that. It's like just sets and roads, which is interesting because I'd actually decided recently that one of the things I really wanted to put some effort into was landscaping my city to make it feel a bit more real. A bit more real, well, a bit more sort of alive, shall we say. I was right, it had crashed. He's got another, back on the subject of GJBricks, he actually has another channel now. He's launched, so he did his one that was his quick reviews, and now he's got another one which is like he started doing builds, like I try and do my, I'm doing an update on my city in the next sort of week or so. I literally like figured out the layout today, and I've got some other stuff I want to do and tidy it up. At the moment it's not very impressive, it's just lots of things everywhere at the moment. So, but that's what I was doing today, was I went to Happy with. Made such a difference. But so back to GJBricks, yeah, he's got one now where he's doing like just the builds of sets. So I've started doing, then there is, yeah, but you know the story of GJBricks was, it actually was somebody who was trying to like impersonate him, and he won a, it sounded like he won in court, or he won like the rights to it and got to claim that username, and then he started running it as his own. So he actually kept it. So he's got GJBricks, he's got GJBricks, whatever it is. He's got GJBricks quick builds, quick reviews, and GJBricks builds now. It's like, so I mean, clearly he's, from what I can guess, I can't remember why I think this, but there was something on his website, I think it was, that made me think that maybe he was somebody who was involved in something like PayPal early on, and that's why he, you know, he doesn't really, he does that because he's got the money. That's me speculating, I might be completely off the mark, but you know, that was something that occurred to me with him. Oh, that's wrong. Put them both on wrong. So I do, whenever I do my reviews now, I try and just do all three, where I do like the one I did for the Ferris wheel. I try and do unboxing, the build, and the review all as one. I actually quite enjoy doing it that way. I mean, it means I end up with a slightly longer video, but I always put jump points in my videos as well, so you can skip to the bit you want to watch if you want to. And I actually pull out the build bit and put that up as a separate video another day. Yeah, but he's like, yeah. I mean, I guess he doesn't, you do have to wonder if he really cares anymore. You know, it's like, once you're at that kind of level of a page, like, do you really, like, can you actually care about the quality of who's on your channel and things like that? Like, it's just, it's mind-boggling to have that many people following you. It's just kind of daunting, if anything. You know, I almost feel like I wouldn't want to be him in some respects. I mean, in others, he must, like, every time he sneezes, he must make like $100,000 at the moment. So that would be a nice problem to have. Alrighty. Cars, I'm sorry, I'm talking. The car's starting to look like a car now. A big car. It's quite a big car. What am I doing? I actually do wish he did more city stuff. Like, he's so busy doing set reviews. He very rarely does a city update anymore. Yeah, he does YouTube full time. He doesn't need to do anything else. But, you know, I wish he did more on his city. It's like, what channel am I thinking of? Can't think of it now. The ones who recently moved into their like new massive space. Not Beyond the Brick. The other one that seems to be on the same schedule as Beyond the Brick. I can't think of it. Yeah, let me just check my notifications. It'll be in here. BrickTubers, that's who I'm trying to think of. Yes, BrickTubers, there you go, Ferrari got it just as I scrolled up. Yeah, they haven't really done any city stuff since they moved, have they? Not that I've seen anyway. They've been doing lots of Star Wars, they've been doing lots of review stuff. But they don't seem to have rebuilt their city yet. So, which is a bit sad. I like seeing people's cities. They had a really good city as well. There's actually a few channels, like Beyond the Brick had that period where every video they did, the first sort of 30 seconds of it was them trying to sell their t-shirts, which I didn't like at all. Yeah, they do a lot of Star Wars mocks, which, yeah, again, I don't have a problem with because they're actually really good at it, but number 10, that one. That way around. And I think a lot of the stuff they sell, like the designs for, aren't actually their own, they're other people's, which is kind of cool. So they're sort of selling the ones they think are the best. God, it's so warm here. The glue on the stickers is actually like really malleable, which makes them really easy to place. There we go. Oh yeah, they're doing that. Like, yeah, I know the one you mean. That'll be interesting when it's done. They've got someone else helping them with that as well, haven't they? Who's yeah. I don't know, I hope they do city stuff again, because like I said, I really like the city stuff. They do really good reviews as well, and I like their weekly roundup of what they found on Flickr and things. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that's probably partly what inspired me to do my my 5 and a bit. Like it was something I did because I wanted to give there's so much stuff I was watching that was really cool, and there's so many small channels out there. I just really wanted to help, do my little bit to help, and I know I've only got 540 odd subscribers, whatever I'm on at the moment, but it seemed like a good, useful thing to do to help those channels, and I've had a lot of really good feedback from everybody about doing it, which is why I've kept doing it. It's just actually, from my point of view, it's actually the time to do it more than anything, because it actually takes quite a lot of time to find all the videos and then edit them together and come up with what I'm going to say, and then film it all, cut it together, put it up. Like, it takes me about probably 4 or 5 hours to make one of those videos, because there's just so much involved. And part of the reason I moved it to being not weekly anymore was because that's like 4 or 5 hours that I could be building stuff. You know what I mean? There we go. Oh, missed a piece. I'm actually really worried these stickers aren't going to stick properly because it's so warm, and the glue's basically melting before I even put it on the car. Hopefully it'll cool down overnight. Dr. Brixie or Dr. McBrick? Oh, what's his name? There you go. The back and the side's starting to take shape as well. There's, what is it, Brixie Brixie has renamed his channel too. I can't remember what it was before. He's again a channel that's been around a while. I do watch his videos actually. Forgot about him. He hasn't been posting. Well, he has been posting, but a lot of his videos have been a bit random lately. He's sort of trying to branch his content out a little bit, I think. What was his name before? Techno Andrews Trains. I probably have. Oh, actually, that's another channel I forgot. The Almighty Arjun. I watch quite a lot of his videos. He does some really cool stuff with trains and Arduino computers. It's always fun to watch. He also does some videos that make me cry, where it like involves destroying like really cool stuff that I wish I could build, or wish I had enough parts to build, and sometimes wish I owned the sets. Oh look, car's got a boot. Where are we? Look. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, the effects of my last coffee are starting to wear off. Sorry, Bricks, are you talking to me or someone else? The name with the big landscape from Star Wars. Oh, there's a couple of those. Hang on, let's have a look. YouTube. Let's have a look. I saw one of them earlier on. If anyone here hasn't discovered Brick After Brick Toys, Vicky's channel's lovely. She's really, really good to watch. And also, yeah, she's just got such a passion for Lego. It's amazing. She's just like, loves it. And Jeremy Herbert as well. He does really good reviews. I think he's better than Jang at reviews these days. Oh, there we go. Richie Boy J. He, is that one that, is that one of the ones that people were thinking? Richie Boy J, and who actually just came up with a new video. Oh, and another one I highly recommend. Yeah, Brixie J. Oh yeah, he did just rip his city up. I haven't looked at that video yet. I will go and have a look at it at some point. But I've just found his content a little bit all over the place at the moment. But I think it's just he's trying some new things, because he's been doing this for a while, and yeah, he's sort of never really done massive review stuff and things like that. So he's probably noticed a lot of other channels sort of appearing. He never, as far as I can see, he never seems to interact with other channels. So just does his own thing. Was on a roll there. What was I going to say? Yeah, Brick Family, all one word. Do a search for them. Their city's awesome, and he's really lovely. I talk to him all the time as well. He's another really good person. My minifigure's in his city. Yay! And I've got his one here actually. Where is it? Oh no, he's in my city. Yeah, you know you've got the right Brick Family, because that's his. It's him and his wife, but that's his minifigure. And obviously anybody who does I'm sure everybody here knows Small Brick City, but there's JC. So I'm doing a train collaboration video with him at the moment because he's just sort of started buying train stuff. So I'm just trying to think of things I can do to his minifigure with trains. Alright, where are we up to? Look, it's really starting to look like a car. It's got a door and everything on the back. I think, yeah. Actually, I remember watching, there was a, was it, I don't think it was on his channel. I think it was on Beyond the Brick, but it was at the end of one of the Brick Expos where he built that massive, is it Scarif? Scarif? From the last Star Wars movie, where it was like the white with the red underneath it, and he built this massive mock, and they had a video of basically they pushed the whole thing off the end of the table and destroyed the whole thing. I was like watching it going, no, how could you do that to something so beautiful? It turned out he was doing it so he could build another mock, which he's working on at the moment. Woo. Where am I up to? Detailing wheel arches. Yep, it's definitely starting to look car-like. Just checking I haven't missed anything. You know what that's like. I do watch I do intermittently watch stop motion videos. I, for a period, was actually making some myself, but I've stopped doing it because it takes too long. But yeah, some of the stuff people do is just ridiculously good. Ridiculously good, and then you've got those that, like, the quality of their stop motion isn't necessarily the best, but the way they tell the story is really good. So I do try and keep an eye out for the ones who are really good at, like, telling funny stories. It's a tricky one though, because obviously having done my own stop motion stuff, you realise how much work it is. It's a ridiculous amount of effort. Yeah. Oh my God, we've got a door. We've got a door. Look, everybody, there's a door on the car. How do you get the sig figs? Well, like a load of them on, just like we just chatted and we're all like agreed to swap. A few people reached out to me wanting to swap, and a couple of people I emailed about doing it anyway. So I've got Doc McBricks has got one on his way to me at the moment. Little Mac Bricks has sent me one. Kaz over at Blockhead UK, me and her are going to do a swap as well. We're both short minifigures at the moment. Oh, Jacob from Brick Bakery has sent me one as well, so I'll send him one. He's about to start setting up a city. JC, actually my sig fig was actually designed by JC because he had the parts. But he actually, because me and him talk quite a lot, he wanted a figure for a video he was doing, so he offered to design my sig fig for me, so he did. So that's why he's got mine, so I'm in his city. He hasn't done any city updates lately actually. I've just ordered the parts because he bought mine himself, or he already had the parts for mine himself. So I bought the parts off of BrickLink, Actually, a couple of people weren't actually sure how to do their sig figs, so I figured it out on Bricklink for them and given them the list. So like the Brick family, he didn't actually know the parts that had gone into his figure, so I figured it all out and gave him the parts list. So he was very grateful for that. And his wife's actually, because his wife's got, there's 2 quite rare parts in his wife's minifigure, which is why I don't have it yet. I've got 2/3 of her minifigure, but not the whole thing yet. But yeah, the sig figs, like if you've got your own one and you want to swap with someone, most channels have an email address on their about page or in their descriptions. So just drop them a line. They love hearing from fans. And they're quite often more than happy to do a swap. I did that one well. A lot of pressure to get this one right. One of my personal gripes is stickers on clear pieces. They're just not easy to do, and they nearly always end up with fingerprints on them. Even if I use the Windex approach. What do I do for work? I am a founder of a startup, a marketing startup. So we're at the moment hopefully about to close a round of investment, which will be marvellous because it's been quite stressful the last few weeks. Yeah, that's what I do. So I'm the Chief Product Officer and co-founder of a small marketing SaaS platform. So where we work on for small, well, we work with small businesses, predominantly helping them market themselves is our aim. So yeah, that's what I do. So my background actually agency. I've worked in agency. Yeah, it really does look like a car now. I've worked in agencies since I was 10 years old because my dad ran an agency, or has his own agency. Do I have an email address? It's on my about page. Go and have a look at my about page and there's an email address on there. So yeah, I'm got a long checkered history with agency work because our business actually was started while we worked at an agency. So how long have I been on YouTube? I've only been on here since I think I set this channel up in March, but then I started doing it properly sort of in May, I'm gonna say. So yeah, what's that? 7 months ish. I have learnt an awful lot in that time as well about YouTube and how YouTube works. I'm actually planning to do some videos making use of my marketing background as well as what I've learned from this to actually sort of help other people grow their channels and market their channels. So, and there's things I could do better as well, so I'm hoping when I do that I'll actually help me to sort of put a lot more of my learning into action. But you know, one of the things is these days with anything to do with social media, you actually have to if you want to do quick growth, you have to spend money. And I don't agree with spending money on things like that. So I try very hard to, everything I do is organic. And what I mean by organic is I don't pay and will never pay to get subscribers. That makes sense. But I'm very focused on like the organic SEO, like how you can make your videos more friendly to YouTube's search engine so that it appears for more people. Things like that, you know, and stuff you can do to get your engagement up, and what you need to look for in your audience and all of that kind of thing. So there's a whole art form right there, and there's a reason people get paid good money for doing those kind of things full time. I don't. I just do it because I enjoy it. Well, obviously I do a version of it for work because it's a marketing platform we've built, but like I do this for myself, but I actually pass a lot of what I learned from doing this Lego stuff on to my work, and vice versa. So I have a WordPress blog as well. Like, that's the thing, like when I originally started my channel, I would film a review and then I would do a written version of the review as well for my website, and I can't tell you how long it actually was taking me to do both of those things. It was actually, thinking back, it's just an insane amount of work I put in to do those two things, but it had real benefit to my channel in the end. But it's just like I haven't been able to do a written review for ages because it just takes too long. And I love writing, by the way. Like I'm a big fan of writing. I just don't get to do it enough. Tends to consume me when I do. There we go. Wheels. Sorry, I should have shown what I was doing. There you go. Car's got wheels. I like how they've done the red bit in the middle here is actually a cog. Is there a spare one? No, I put them all on there. But the science of YouTube and things. Yeah, YouTube's a whole different thing as well. So I've actually seen really good organic. Like organic is, so when I say organic, it means people are finding my videos through search engines and things like that, and they're appearing in related videos for other channels and stuff like that. So there is kind of a whole science around how you do those kind of things, but it also comes down to the size of your audience as well, unfortunately. So if you haven't got many followers now, you have to sort of really work on building that up, and there's various ways you can do that as well. So I'll go through all of that when I do my videos. And you can do what some people do, which is they just go and sub me, please sub me, please sub me. But the thing with that is, subs is only half the story. And I say this a lot because, I don't know if anyone's actually listening to me or not, but I'm still talking because I'm quite passionate about this. Subs is only half the story. What you actually want is a really good engaged audience, which is why I'm quite happy with my audience. Like, I've got a real sort of core group of people who always respond to my videos, and a lot more who will sort of respond over time. And that's really, really valuable because that's what Google sees as value in a channel, is that engagement, is that's where they want it. And that's why if you look at the if you want to monetize your channel, you have to now get the what is it, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watched. And that's not actually YouTube being like, hey Tayshawn Harris, how are you? That's not YouTube being like mean or anything like that. That actually is where the value comes from your channel. If you aren't getting that number of people actually participating in your channel, then you know you're not really, your channel's not really that effective yet, being, you know, completely blunt and slightly harsh. But that's why they're doing it, is to try and sort of encourage you to get to the value point of your channel. Because you monetize it and you're not getting anyone watching your channel, you're not going to make any money, which is going to frustrate you as well. So you've got the frustration of getting there. Then if you haven't got enough, you know, that's why they do it. Like, that's why they did it. Where are you, Tayshawn? Sorry if I said that wrong. I have to remember that it's now, what time is it? Oh, good Lord, it's almost 2 o'clock. I should probably go to bed in a minute. Crikey, I hadn't realised it was that late. Whoopsie. Oh dear, I'm going to be tired tomorrow. Oh well, happens. I've got to somehow film another video for JC, a small brick city tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to squeeze that in, but I will find a way. Oh yes, I got it right. I may be exhausted, but I can still pronounce in good stead. Oh, that is an insane sticker. That's ridiculous. Sorry. Don't you love 1x1 stickers? I have no hope of putting that on. I'm going to break out my trusty knife here. It's the only way I'm going to get this sticker remotely right. Hang on. Oh. Whew. That is not an easy sticker. A 1x1 sticker. What does my family think of these late hours? Well. Yeah. Next question. As long as I'm functional tomorrow, it's not a problem. It's only if I'm not functional tomorrow, it's a problem. And I'll make sure I'm functional by drinking lots of coffee. I'm alright. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll probably have to have an early night tomorrow night though. That's the only way. When you've got like, because I've got 3 kids. So one's a baby. But she sleeps through the night. Hooray. So that's good. And then my other 2 will generally sleep through the night as well. But I can't do a lot during the day. It's just impossible because I'm always doing things with my family, or there's things need doing in the house. Like when you've got 3 little people, it's amazing the amount of mess they make. Anyone who's oh, Robin, hello. Anyone who's not got kids here. I think I just heard someone up and moving. Getting down to crappy stickers now. Sorry. There we go. Woo! Did it. Another sticker done. There we go. Right, almost finished. I can hear someone moving in my house too. Oh, cats are easy. They sleep for 20 hours a day. I've got a dog, he's asleep under the table down here. And then he'll follow me into the bedroom and sleep on the bed. Definitely my dog. Just got home from shopping. I haven't seen any new sets in the shops here, and I have been looking, but nothing. I'm really hoping I can get Benny's Space Squad, just because I'm like such a massive Lego space fan that, you know, seeing that set's like Christmas to me. I think a lot of other people did. The Lego store online here is already sold out. Like, I went on there the first day to contemplate whether or not to order it, and it was already sold out when I went on there, and I didn't go on there particularly late either, so a bit sad about that. But anyway, I will definitely be getting some of those sets. I think look really cool. Debenham, wow, okay, surprises me. I'm sure there'll be loads in the shops, to be honest. But the funny thing is, here in Australia, bit of trivia for you, we're actually getting the movie itself 48 days after the rest of the world, because the CEO of Village Roadshow here in Australia wants to prove that Australia has a piracy problem by doing something to encourage piracy. What a jerk, is all I'm going to say. What a jerk. Space Squad, Space Squad, Space Squad. Where am I up to? Lost track while I was building. Oh, there we go. And then what goes on there? Grey. I'll show you what I'm doing in a second. Hang on, let me just get this on there. So this is at the moment building out the roof rack, which is really cool. I am very impressed with this set. I think it's really good. That's true, Robin, although you do realise they haven't sent prison ships here for, well, rather a long time. Your specialist only had 4 in stock. Does that mean they've now got none? Or... I do wonder how many people actually do just go in and buy all of them to gain sell on BrickLink and things. I'm sure there are people that do that, jerks, but hopefully there's no one here that does that. How does that do? It's interesting. Never seen this whip piece. I've never owned this whip piece before, but it's actually been used numerous times in this build. Oh, that's cool. So that goes there. And then it goes in. Okay. That's fiddly. I'm going to take that piece off and put that one on there. I'll show you what I'm trying to do in a second. It's not actually very easy to do the way they show you in the instructions. There we go. Right, so I did that. There we are. That was taking the, that's one of those whip pieces. So you connect this piece and then you build this piece with the whip on it, and then you put it on the roof, and then you have to sort of feed it round to where the, round to that pod thing. It's actually not very easy to do. Oh yes, Tayshawn, I definitely am wanting that set very badly. Yeah, that's just amazing. I mean, that's the kind of, yeah, I've got the, I put that on a par with Ninjago City, because I think that's I've got that set to build. I think that's an amazing set. That was actually partly what inspired me to really get back into building Lego properly, was that set, that level of creativity in a set. So yeah, definitely on my list. I've actually got permission from my wife to buy that set as well, so that's good. What am I looking for? That piece. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if anybody's hasn't seen it yet, Ryan at M&R Productions actually managed to buy one of those ones off of eBay and build and review it. So it looks like, in his video, it actually looks even better than it does on the box, if that makes sense. It's one of those sets. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, go and check it out. M&R Productions. It's absolutely phenomenal looking set. Actually, that's a good point. It is a bit like the end of the Planet of the Apes. You're right. Alright, we've got something that's starting to look very much like a Ghostbusters vehicle. Last sticker, yay! But I feel like that sticker, it's one of those stickers, I feel like they forgot to put it on earlier in the instructions, so they've added it right at the end. Seems a bit odd that that wasn't done earlier on. There we go. That sticker there on the back is the one I mean, the one on the door. Yeah, I think I actually am with quite a few other people have said with this, in that I think this is actually better than the Ecto-1 set. In terms of the actual car itself is better. Because the trouble with the Ecto-1 set was it didn't have the doors and things didn't open, whereas this has got opening doors and things, which is really cool. And there you have it. There is the finished Ecto-1 and Ecto-2. I do like that bike. It's a really cool bike. See if I can persuade the trouble is the Ghostbusters themselves, their packs are so heavy they can't stand up. I did have a long piece here. Oh, I'm done with that. There we go. Put that there we go. Ghostbusters. I honestly didn't think it was going to take me that long to build that set, so there you go. Oh, and you've got this demon dude as well. It's pretty cool. It's got wings and everything. That is a nice looking set. I like that. I'm very happy with that set. And back up there. Takeaway boxes. So useful. Alright people, I'm going to have to go to bed now. It's actually very, very late. I should have probably gone to bed a while ago. So, thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble and watching me build this rather beautiful set. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. It's I'm glad I got that. Anyone who's been considering this set and you see it on sale, get it because it's good. I like it. Alright guys, thank you very much for joining me. have a great day or evening or whatever time it is wherever you are. And I'll see you, well, I'll be uploading this week and I'll do my chat usual time next week. Thanks guys. Take care.